At 29 years old, functional fitness has become my favorite way to exercise, and let me tell you why, because I have some reasons. It makes me feel better in every single day life, whether I'm doing yard work, or mowing the lawn, or carrying heavy furniture, or a lot of groceries inside, or playing with my son and getting on the ground and up off the ground. It just makes me feel better. It also challenges me to stay on my toes. When it comes to these exercises, like a 360 with a steel mace or a kettlebell thruster, I mean, I did bodybuilding and that kind of strength training for years. So to do a 360 with a steel mace and do like a kettlebell thruster is so strange. So it's just really fun to challenge myself to see if I can do these moves and how well I can end up doing them. And it just is constantly challenging me to get a little bit better with my training. So what is functional training? Well, functional training is training that carries over to real life perfectly. Meaning you're doing kettlebell carries or sandbag carries, and then in real life you're doing son carries or daughter carries, or you're doing like a push-pull leg split, and then you're pushing the lawnmower as you're mowing the lawn. You see what I'm saying? Like, it just translates over very well to real life. So that way, when you're doing stuff in real life, you feel better. It's a lot of pushing, it's a lot of pulling, squatting, hinging, a lot of really complicated things that you don't normally do in a standard training plan. Scientifically, these 5 exercises are probably not the best functional type of exercises to do, but they're my personal favorite. They're my 5 personal favorites. I've been doing functional training for a while now, and these are the ones that I enjoy doing the most. So I will show you the move, a little bit about how to do it, not too much, but yeah, I'm gonna show you the move and I'm gonna tell you the benefits that my body has gotten from all these moves. So let's get into it. So the first exercise is a steel mace 360, and I just recently started doing these about 2 months ago or so. I only do them a couple times a week, so I'm still working on my form, but they are amazing. From these, you will see that your shoulder mobility will translate over into other aspects of life, like what I said earlier, jujitsu, other lifts, or playing with my son, or just like on a day-to-day basis. Your grip strength is also going to go through the roof on these. I did these 360s for my first time a couple months ago, like I said, and I could not believe how sore and beat up my hands were. That's just building Neanderthal hands, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And your core is also going to get crazy strong from this. And I think it comes from the like rotational aspect of it, because you're rotating, but you're trying to stay stable with your core. So it just does something that like a sit-up won't be able to do for you. And these things look awesome. I mean, look at them, they're so cool. If you can get the form right, which again, I'm still working on, but like they look so cool. Up next is the Kettlebell Swing, and yeah, this one's pretty mainstream, pretty popular, but I felt like including it because it's what got me into kettlebells, and I do think it's one of the most powerful movements that you can do. There's different ways that you can do this swing. Some people do them with more of a squat rather than a hinge. Some people do them where they raise the kettlebell up super high when they come up. I just like to do the traditional classic hinging at the hips with a little bit of squat in there. Again, I'm not going to get into the politics of what is right and what is wrong. I think everybody's a little different. Everybody has a preference. From this move, you're going to learn that your explosive power actually lives inside of you. And before I did kettlebell swings, I didn't understand what explosive power meant. But what it means is that you can basically use your max force in the smallest amount of time possible. So like in the matter of a second, you can swing up super quick with 80 pounds in your hand, and that's explosive power. Another thing that the swing is going to do for you is train cardio and strength training all at the same time. So it's a super badass combo because you don't have to do some weightlifting and then go and do the treadmill or the stair climber afterwards to go on a run. If you are doing minimal amount of rest time and you're doing high reps, and sometimes not even high reps, but heavy weight, you can get cardio and you can get strength training out of a kettlebell swing. Speaking of kettlebells, up next we got the Kettlebell Thruster. The thruster is a clean to a squat to an overhead press. That's right, baby, a clean to a squat to an overhead press, and that's 1 rep. And I have loved thrusters from the moment I started doing kettlebells, even before I could do a proper swing, because I knew how to squat, I knew how to press, and I kind of knew how to clean. You can level them up in so many different ways. You're gonna get a full body workout with these, hitting everything in your legs, up to your core, into your upper body, and your mind-muscle connection is big on this one because it can be a complex exercise. You have to remember, okay, I'm cleaning, I'm squatting deep, I'm coming back up, I'm pressing, and you're trying to keep your core stable the whole time, and you're trying not to get sloppy with your form, and you're getting tired. So yes, mind-muscle connection is big on this one. Something else I've noticed from doing thrusters consistently is that my shoulders have gotten a lot stronger. I know that this can be contributed from other exercises as well, like the 360 with the steel mace. But I do think that with a thruster, you're going down into a squat, holding that clean and coming back up with that clean and then pressing into an overhead press. I think that your shoulders are working a ton throughout this entire movement. One of my favorite things about this exercise is, let's say you had only 10 minutes to work out. You could do just thrusters for your whole workout. 10 minutes, you got a full body badass workout. And the last kettlebell move that is on this list is the Kettlebell Halo. The Kettlebell Halo has become my favorite core exercise to do, whether that's with free weights, kettlebells, just my body weight, whatever it is. Kettlebell Halo is my #1 go-to for core. You get great rotational strength in your core that not a standard ab exercise can hit. I mean, you know, there's other things that are gonna make your abs burn up and you're gonna feel sore from them, but the rotational exercising that you're doing in this Kettlebell Halo, in my opinion, is unmatched. I haven't felt any other ab exercise hit quite like a Kettlebell Halo. You could say a Russian twist is pretty close, but personal preference, Kettlebell Halo is the way to go. You can do these seated or standing. Either one is great. I do think that seated is a little bit more difficult because you're trying to keep your posture upright, whereas standing, you can kind of flow a little bit more, you're kind of more fluid with it. But yeah, I think seated, it's definitely my favorite type. And the last on this list, I am doing in my kitchen because I wanted to show you that you can do this exercise just about anywhere. It is the classic burpee. And the coolest thing about the burpee to me is that there's so many different levels you can do it at. You can do so many different variations. You can do push-ups, you can do jumps, you can do side push-ups, you can do squats, you can do the standard just down and up, down and up. There's so many different ways to complete a burpee. Burpees are great for cardio, they're great for strength training. You just kind of get full body endurance out of it. You're going down into a push-up, boom, you're working your upper body, you're jumping back up, you're getting that explosive power out of it, you're doing a squat, so you're working your legs. Burpees suck. I am not gonna lie to you, burpees suck so bad. But usually when an exercise really sucks to do and it's like, it's fun, but you're like, God, I hate doing this, it's usually more rewarding once you're done. So just keep that in mind as you're working through burpees. So those are my 5 favorite functional exercises to do. There's a ton out there, there's more complex ones, there's easier ones to do. Again, these are just my personal favorite ones. And something about all these exercises is you can never get it perfect, right? If you go to bench, and again, I'm not hating on traditional lifting because I still love traditional lifting so much and I still do it. But the thing about these is, like, if you go to bench or you go to do a curl, there's a correct way to do a curl. There's a correct way to do a 360 swing with a mace and a kettlebell swing. But it's a lot more difficult to hit it because there's so many tiny, minute details that you have to get correct. So my point being is that these functional exercises are challenging, they're fun, they're gonna get you in shape, and it's just something I think everybody needs to do. I say that in literally all my videos for everything that I'm talking about, but I do think everybody should do functional fitness, functional movements, because it's so great. Anyways, thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I will see you in the next video. I actually, I just went and filmed all those exercises that you saw, so I'm like tired now. It's my second workout of the day, and it's for a video. So anyways, thanks for watching. Much love. Mwah. See you later.